Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and very good afternoon. Right, we are already in week number 8. So we have a remaining of another 7 weeks to go. So including this week. So we should be on time to finish our syllabus. So the plan is to go through a business plan as well as business model canvas later on at the end of the session today. Right. Mr. Abraham Lincoln, probably most all of you know who is Abraham Lincoln, the first president of United States of America. He mentioned that the best way to predict the future is to create it. Meaning that if you want to do, you want to plan for your future, you probably best to start it now. So it's not by just predicting, by doing planning and so on. So you just do it. Great startup, but why I'm not successful? This particular cartoon highlight that as what you are doing your activity now, you are creating a virtual company, artificial company on your own as a startup, and you may want to plan what is actually you want to, how are you going to sell your product, what are the necessary things you need to prepare in terms of delegation, in terms of time. If you are just working alone, what you need to do next and what's going to happen right after that. Okay, so you may have great ideas, okay, but sometimes great ideas is not enough to ensure your company will survive in the real world. All right. So the content of today's presentation, my sharing today is basically I'm going to share with you the overview of business plan, right? And why do we need to have a business plan, and some tips to steps on writing a business plan. Okay, so basically, you imagine you are on running, and you want to start moving up the hill, and you are trying to reach your goal. So by how are you going to reach your goal? Basically by having a good plan. You can either walk the hill, or you can run. You can always use a bicycle, or you can use a helicopter to go to the hill, or any other methods. So basically a business plan, it will carry your company to be a successful, to achieve the goals. So basically that is what a vision and mission of a company, right? So you want to realize in whether in 6 month time, in 1 year time, or 2 years, 5 years, 10 years along the road, what's going to happen in your business. Okay, so basically in terms of the overview, right, writing a business plan is probably the hardest part of the business process. Some people think that why do we need to write a business plan? All right, if you want to go to a destination, if you don't plan it carefully, you may end up reaching a different city or different place altogether, because you may miss the bus, or you may end up having troubles along the way, detour and so on. So that's what really happen if you don't plan your business properly. Okay, a business plan is needed, whether you are having a startup, a small company, enterprise, or your private limited company, or a big holdings, multinational and so on. You must have a business plan, right? So business idea from scratch. So basically, if you are trying to do a business, trying to start a business to sell something, you may need to provide a proper plan. Of course, it is time consuming to think about, especially if you do not have any experience at all, to prepare a business plan. It will sometime uh, uh, consume a lot of hours or days. Maybe you need to um, attend courses, short courses, learn how to prepare a good business plan. Right? Inside the business plan, normally you develop information with regards to market trends. And you need to know what are the um, competitors out there with regards to your product. How are you going to ensure that your particular product can penetrate the market? And what are the trends? What are the issues? How much the selling price of a product that are similar to the one you are going to introduce. Of course, you are going to touch upon growth opportunities, whether the market that you are going into, the product that you are going to sell into the market, basically have place to grow. Because most of the time, a good entrepreneurs, a good business minded person will try to find rooms of opportunities. You may think that, oh, there's no room to introduce a new brand of handphones, for example, and there is already saturated. For some people, it is already saturated market, right? But actually, if you look on the positive side, those saturated markets still have room for another product. Okay, so you have to think positive that there are rooms for your product to go into the market. Okay, of course, when you do business, you want to have a good financial return. You want to make business that can bring money. Of course, you don't do business that just to give out money or spending money. You want to do business where you have good financial return. All right. So some of the time it can be a frustrating process. To do a business plan, sometimes you engage with consultant, you attended classes, you read books upon books and upon books, but you could not find a workable business plan. Once you have the clear idea of the elements of a good business plan, the method of writing the business plan should follow easily, right? So of course, when I started to do my business plan for my products, it is not according to the plan, right? It is not what I can say, it's not easy. It's not easy stuff for a technical guy like me. Maybe for those who are doing business studies, they are doing business administration, business management, finance, and so on, accounting. They can easily see, oh, this is the room for a good product to go. But for a technical person like me and all of you, probably it will be a very challenging task to do. Okay, so why do you need a business plan? And this is the purpose. You need to know the reason, right? Why can't we just straight away go into the business without having a plan, right? So some people say that, oh, why we need to think about what going to happen after 1 year, 5 years, 10 years along the road? We don't know yet. But if you don't think about what's going to happen in the near future, you will definitely will fail at the beginning. All right. So what in this particular saying said that 5 years of operation, 90% of businesses fail. All right. So you can imagine if there are 10 new startup, right? 9 of the 10 will fail after 5 years. Only 10%, one of the 10 business will last past will last past the first 5 years. So the first 5 years is the most challenging part. Even the first year is the most challenging part. You keep on spending money, improving your processes, hiring more people. You need more investment to ensure that your business will last. Okay. So reason why company fail, right? There are many reasons. One of the items here, they put it as a poor customer service that resulted in a company being filed for winding. Poor logistic and cost management, inadequate product. So you just rely on one particular product and it is already not needed by the client or the customer, and that's also a reason why company can fail. All right. So the future basically depends on what you do today, saying by Mahatma Gandhi. So you need to plan for your future. You need to plan for your future. You need to prepare for your future, and it depends on you uh, what you prepare for today. You prepare for today is basically it is meant for tomorrow. You know exactly what you want to achieve in business. Of course, if you look at this graph, you want a very good chart starting from lowest point of the graph, and you want to achieve some value at the end of the years to come. And however, after some time, the clarity of your vision will become blurred, because if you don't plan properly, you may forget. Of course, we human being, we will. That is our nature. We will forget even what I said in 5 minutes ago. You already forgot. You will forget some of your brilliant ideas if you don't put it on paper, right? Okay, let us try to look into the steps. There are, if we try to look at the definition of business plan. This is not the purpose of having this particular session. So we want to try to straight away go into the how to do it. At least just now I explained to you the reason behind it, some rationale behind it, why we need to have a business plan, and now we jump straight into the how to prepare a business plan. And step number one, you have to prepare an executive summary. Okay, so what actually include in the executive summary? So basically, in an executive summary, you will highlight who you are. All right. So in the business plan, it is quite similar to a company profile, which is another topic that we are going to discuss next week. But in a business plan, you have to highlight who you are and how to contact you. And that's the basic thing to provide in a business plan. And then your product or service and the problem your business solve. This is related to activity one that you are submitting by today. Okay, what are your product offer? What is actually you want to solve? Right, the product is not just telling, okay, I'm selling a washing machine. What is the purpose of your washing machine? To clean clothes. And what is so special about your washing machine? So you have to highlight your product or your service, and then description of your target market. So in a business plan, okay, you have to highlight what is your target market, where your product will go. Is it just going to be uh, the market is just around Faculty of Engineering? You're going to sell your product at the foyer of Faculty of Engineering UPM only, or you're going to expand it, instead of just Faculty of Engineering, you're going to put it in all faculties in UPM, or you're going to grow your market. You not really bother about selling it in the university, you then want to put it in a big hypermarket, IOI City or Sunway Mall and so on. You want to put it there, or you want to put it in the social media. Go through social media platforms, and then your purpose, the reasons you are writing a business plan. So this is normally people forget when they write a business plan in the executive summary, they forget to put why they need a business plan. So just a simple sentence saying that why state the reason why you write the business plan. And then number 5, your company size, right? I think some of you have already highlighted about your company size, whether you are just one man show or you have underneath you as a CEO, you have your marketing manager or marketing executive or your salesperson, you have your engineer and so on and so forth, right? So the company size, the scale, the margin or sale forecast inside the executive summary. And then finally, critical details like key players, use of funds or exit strategy in your business plan. This is your pitching. You want to highlight what is your offer to the, because it depends on to whom your business plan you are going to provide, whether is it going to be to be sent to an investor, or you're going to send it to your immediate boss about your business plan, or you're going to pitch for venture capitalists, or you want to join venture with another company, merger with another company. So that also require strategy. You have to highlight critical details over here. So another point here, key points separated from the rest of the plan. Basically, it reads individually and still makes sense. So basically, it's just a summary. And the name is also executive summary. It's just a short 1 page, probably a summary of your business that consists of elements number 1, 2, 3 until number 6. Okay, so because most of the time when you present your business plan or you just submit your business plan, the reader will read the executive summary first. Once they are attracted to your writing on the executive summary, then they will go into the details. And they will not just spend their valuable time to read your 100 pages of business plan. They will just stay on the executive summary to see whether you have the right product for them. Step number 2, company description. What you need to do, basically, you need to highlight in more detail the information about your company. What is actually, sometimes you have a company name without any meaning. You can just say my company name is Umbrella. And what is actually Umbrella all about? So you may want to explain about the company name, Umbrella. The logo is showing an umbrella, having colors and so on. So you have to highlight the reasoning. Basically, the official or legal name of your company, your business location, company structure, right? Whether is it a sole proprietor or partnership, corporation, LLC, and so on. Ownership or management of the company. Who owns the company? Whether there is a board of directors, you have a patron if you have one, or who are the key management in the company. Okay, so company background history, if it is just being founded in year 2024 in April, you just say it's just 1 week old company, right? But for the sake of the purpose of our exercise, I can say that the company is startup. It's not just 1 day company. It is probably, you can say that it's 12 months, even though the company is just being founded, but the people inside the company has already gained experience in various other places. It's not everybody are newbies. Yeah. So you have to maybe highlight my general manager on technical, having 20 years of background in managing a technical aspect of a factory, and so you can just create scenarios so that it is a convincing company description. Inside the company description section, you may want to also highlight the mission statement of the company, right? You may put a vision, mission, we call it as a mission statement, right? And then product and market information about what are the offer by the company, whether you are doing IT products, you have only or you are manufacturing things, whether you are selling just one product or multiple products. And then finally, your goals and objectives for the company. All right. Fairly easy, right? Step number 1, step number 2. Now we are going into step number 3, right? Bear in mind, you are going to prepare a business plan for your product, for your company later on. Okay, it's as part of the exercise that we are going to do in this particular subject. Number 3 is product and services. Okay, so inside this product and services, basically this section should clearly describe the products and service offered by the business, right? So I purposely highlight that try not to provide a product uh, like services, and you do not have any tangible product. So in this exercise, I would highly encourage all of you to provide a product base, not a services base. Okay, because later when you want to do a detailed costing for the products, is quite difficult if it is just service. You provide consultation, or you are providing things that are not tangible, right? So in the activities, try to provide a product that can be seen, can be touched, and so on. It is a product, not a service. For instance, a company that sells floor tiles may also offer to lay the tiles as a service. So you can do that, meaning that if you are selling for example here floor tiles, so as a main product, at the same time you are also giving services to install the tiles, or you are selling paint, special paint for thermal protection. At the same time, you also conduct training for painters, or services to paint buildings and so on. So that kind of services is allowable as long as you have the tangible product in place. Okay, now we move into step number 4, marketing and sales plan. Right. In a marketing and sales plan, so inside the business plan, you have to highlight 4 things. Sales planning is critical to sales success, right? So you have to do marketing, and then you have to have sales plan, not just marketing only. Return on time invested, ROTI, should be key criteria that every salesperson should use when evaluating their account base. Right. Key number 1. The number 1 is key questions about your customer, right? So inside the business plan, uh, you need to write all about who your customers are, right? Who are they actually? Whether they are teachers, whether they are farmers, whether they are children, whether they are what? Anybody, anybody. Who are actually your customers? And what do your customers do? Why will customers buy from you, not from other competitors? And when will you be able to contact your customers? Where will you find your customers, and how will you reach them? So this is very important. So everything inside the business plan is important. But if you identify the wrong customer, of course you will not get them to buy from you. Next key question is about the market. How big is the market? Is it $1 billion, or is the market local, regional, or national? Okay, and who are your competitors? Right. So you need to know about the market on. Okay, let me just try to solve this. Okay, right. The third key question about marketing and sales plan is your sales performance. So you need to know your sales performance. How many sales have you closed in the past years or years, right? So basically, if you want to do a business plan for a startup, you do not have past year's performance, but you can provide a prediction. And what is your record for accomplishing typical sales activity? Activities like the number of contacts, interviews, and presentations. And how effective are you? Maybe not inside the company. The experience that you have already gained outside the company. When you want to do your own company, you have already gained experience. Are you proficient at the key steps in the sales process? Are there skills that you need to improve? If so, what is the best way for you to improve your skill? For example, in your structure, right? You as the CEO or the managing director or the boss of the company, you may be hiring a salesperson, or you yourself becoming the salesperson, right? So most of the time, if it is a startup, you are just having 1 or 2% in the company, and the boss himself or herself is the salesperson, right? And then the fourth key question about marketing and sales plan is question about your target objective. Objective for a period, you may need to set the period of your objective. Is it 6 months, 9 months, 12, 18, 24, you name it. Can you categorize your customers in useful categories? A, B, C, where A customers are your very best one, and the best customer that going to you sell anything they will buy. Okay, and C customers are more like potential customers or prospect customers. They may be one day buy your product. Okay, right. Then the next step in business plan is SWOT analysis. The strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat analysis. Right. So I do not know whether you are familiar with this. I think this is quite common in any discussion, or you are doing group work. You are trying to analyzing the performance of a company or so on. You will base on the strength, weakness, opportunity, and threats. It is a tool to provide a general or detailed snapshot of a company's health. Four things into your SWOT analysis. The first one about the strength. What is your most reliable source of financial growth? So if you are having a company, so basically whether you are putting your own money up front, you're saving, you put it there, or you are relying on funding or loans from the bank, so or investor. Where is your customer growth coming from? What do you do very well as an organization. So you have to highlight, oh, this is our strength. Okay, where do you excel in so far as your employees are concerned? So you may want to highlight the strength that you already have in the company. Then in comparison with strength, of course, you have the weaknesses. What is your biggest financial weakness, right? Where do your customer think you need to improve? What do you do poorly? What are your biggest challenges with employees? So it's quite easy to highlight strengths, and some people feel that very difficult to find weakness because they feel that they are perfect. So actually, if you have strength, of course you have weakness at the same time, right? And then opportunities. And what is your biggest opportunity to improve your finances? So sometimes when people see weakness, they can create the weakness into opportunities. And where could you dramatically improve with your customers? What processes will drive you well into the future if you could improve upon them? And what opportunities do you have to leverage the stuff? And finally, the threats. What threats could seriously impact your financial health? What is your biggest concern about your customers, right? And what current areas of your business might harm you later? And finally, what threaten the people within your organization? So sometimes you have good people that become a threat where they will one day leave your company, right? How do you turn the threats, the weakness into opportunities, right? Do not forget to create your unique selling proposition, USP. Okay, what is actually you want to uh, your the difference between your product and another product. And many companies do not have anything that differentiate them from their competition. They are selling the same nasi lemak. They are selling the same fried chicken. They are selling the same teh tarik. They are selling the same thing. You name it, anything, without any differentiation with their competitors. So you should not do that. And you must have a what we call it as the unique selling proposition. What do you do differently? Right? You have to find. Maybe you are. You cannot say that. Oh, I'm selling the same nasi lemak at a cheaper price. So what's the difference between another nasi lemak? So again, the other seller will just lower their price to match yours. So maybe you want to, instead of just selling nasi lemak, you add additional things to it. You, instead of having only eggs with cucumber with sambal, but you then add different thing. You add prawns, you can add other things like fried chicken together, or you sell nasi lemak together with drinks, or whatever. So just to create different thing compared to the other normal nasi lemak. All right, just nasi lemak is just a good example. Companies just always say that they are better, they are faster, they have higher quality. It's not enough to call yourself this thing. You cannot just say that, oh, my product is better than them. My product is having higher quality. My product is faster, stronger, and so on. You have to quantify it, right? You may want to add more features to your product, okay? Having advantages, better advantages that can be quantifiable, that is much better rather than just saying that my product having a different color than yours, so it's already different. So it's not that it's not enough. All right, the next one, step number 6 is operational plan, right? Basically, there are 18 things into your operational plan. And the operation section of your business plan is where you explain in detail your company's objective, your goals, procedures, as well as the timeline. The first one you want to put into the operational plan is cash flow forecasting. How much money do you need to have to operate without any disturbance, without any hiccup here and there, to last for at least maybe the first year, 12 months, so or 6 months in advance. You need to have the cash flow forecasting. How much do you need to spend to pay the utilities, to pay the rent, to pay the staff, to pay the raw materials, to pay a lot of the tax and so on. So you need to have the cash flow forecasting, and then profit plan preparation. So some people say that, oh, why we need to think about profit plan in the beginning? That's where you got it wrong, because you need to plan for your profit. Maybe how many percent of your profit, how many percent profit margin? Is it 100% or 50% or 30% is enough? It depends on the nature of your business. All right. So 20-30% is good enough for some product, but many of the product they will put a 50% profit plan preparation. Flexible budget. Okay, you have to prepare flexible budget. Break even analysis. This is the one that you're going to do later on. There's a break even analysis. How much, how many product you need to sell in order for you to have a break even. That's why I said the product that you want to put in the activities, make sure it is a tangible product. Okay, it's not services. Okay, and so that you can look at the costing to produce it and so on. Variance report, weekly position report, and then executive review, management meeting, mission statement, and then number 10, strategic team operating plan, organization structure, delegation of authority, position guide development, hiring procedure, performance evaluation, progress discipline, employee compensation, profit-based incentive system. Basically, this is about operation matters, right? So you need to put in place. You cannot just say that, okay, I'm just working on my own. I do not have to prepare anything. Even if you are the only employee, you need to plan how much are you going to pay yourself to perform certain activities. Okay, if you don't plan properly, okay, you have to put aside a certain amount of money so that you know that yes, at the end of the month I will get paid, and I can also pay other things that matters to the company. Step number 7, financial plan, right? So in financial plan, there are 10 things to add into your financial plan. A good balance sheet, and we will learn about balance sheet later on. Cash flow statement, what are the tax impacts, next year forecast, sale budget and cash flow, income statement, startup costs, operational costs, cash inflow, and review your budget forecast projection versus actual report, right? Take a look at your profit and loss by month. So this is another aspect in the fund business plan. All right. The next one, step number 8, organization and management. Right? In organization and management, there are 10 things to add into your organization and management section, where you must look into the cash book, right? You must have a cash book, receipt book, invoice, receive and send, bank deposit statements, petty cash expenditure, wage work cover, capital asset register, materials purchase, contact details of all inquirers, individual jobs records showing progress. So it looks so many things to do. Sometimes people find out that, oh, okay, there are so many things to do. I then decide I want to quit my don't want to do startup. I want just want to work with other people. So that's not the way to do it. It is of course a challenging. That's why the first 5 years, the year 1 until 5 is the most challenging years for a startup, right? The moment you reach 5 years, you're already going into the second phase. It's about sustaining business. Sorry, the first 5 years is about struggling to sustain the business. Right after that, it is about expanding business. Okay. So another saying here by Friedrich Nietzsche, I cannot pronounce it properly there. The future influences the present just as much as the past. Even if you find that according to the business plan, your idea isn't viable, don't give up. So a plan is still a plan until you execute it, right? And you realize there are things that can be improved, because the business plan is a plan. It's not cast in stone. It can be revised, it can be further improved along the way. Of course, nobody perfect, right? Okay,